Initially, when I was sitting in orientation, just, going through the motions, I didn't want to be there, right? I didn't want to sit there and listen. I was probably not been paying as much attention as I should have been paying. Now, after I've already taken the class and been through the process, I will say that going through the class and hearing, other people's, what they went through, some of them describe their own personal, issues that you get to sit there and hear. And I think if you give it a chance, some of the things that you hear and some of the things you may think about can end up being your testimony. My mom sought help at SafeHaven when I was younger. Unfortunately, she was killed by my dad, who then killed himself as well. It was murder-suicide when I was very young. So being a part of this class for me was a little bit closer than it might have been with a lot of other people, just for the simple fact that every time I clicked on that link, it would just bring back those memories of, my mom and what she went through. And the fact that I was sitting in a class with people that have committed some type of domestic violence didn't make me feel good, considering what she had went through. I didn't want to continue a cycle of violence, and I knew that clearly what I was doing wasn't working. This class, although I didn't want to be in it initially, I feel like once I accepted it and was able to listen, that it helped me change like my mindset about how I handle relationships moving forward. I have a son. I want to be the best example for him as a man as I could possibly be. I mean, he's a child, so kids, they hear everything and they watch you and they look at you as their role model. And it's hard to be a good role model for someone if you're, yelling to the other person they love, like especially in front of them. If you're arguing or fighting, they get conflicted, they get confused. I want to avoid that. I want him to see me loving his mom and like praising his mom and just being gentle. I feel like being a provider is not only being able to provide for your house, but also providing for your partner, and not in a materialistic way, but providing a safe place for her to come to you and feel comfortable talking to you and working out anything. The changes for me were very mental. I let go of the why me attitude or the blaming other people for my own personal actions. And the only enemy for me throughout this whole deal was the inner me. And I like to say that because that's what I was struggling with the most, is my inner self. And I was taking that out on my partner who didn't deserve that. So I think going through this and hearing the people talking and setting my pride aside definitely helps me grab a hold of the man that I want to be moving forward. For someone new getting into the class, I know it's going to be tough at the very beginning. I was very quiet at the very beginning. I just sat back, listened. I didn't want to be there. I was hardly paying attention. But I think if you actually pay attention and express whatever it is that you're dealing with that got you in the position to be in this class, I think some of the things that you hear from the facilitators and the people in class will definitely open your eyes up just to a person that you don't think is inside of you, but it's definitely there.